What is going on, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? It's Neo here, and today we're going to be checking out Starbound. Chucklefish by recently I mean today, published an update that, added a lot of features that they've been working on, that they've been pushing to the nightly build, and a chunk of it was pushed to the unstable build, not even a month ago, I believe, which is great, because, who doesn't like updates? And with that, the series is just going to be experiencing Starbound all over again, pretty much. Going to be going through, checking the stuff that needs to be checked. Basically, in terms of the progression, which they changed that a whole lot, and we'll get onto that in a bit. But right now, let's check out one of my favorite updates to the game, and that is rebindable keys. Thank you, Chucklefish. If you can't see it, I'm making little prayers, universal prayer sign. Thank you, Chucklefish, for doing this. This is great. Although I didn't rebind any of my keys because I've gotten too used to using the actual keys. But it's great to see what you can actually do with the keys. Like if you didn't know before, like the blink expression, control up. That's cool for role players. I don't dabble in that, but that's not for me. Or not yet. Who knows? I may just turn a new leaf or something. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the options. Other than that, nothing's really changed. Now I did make a character just cause why not. Was trying to see the Nova Kid, and he is the Nova Kid, the new kid on the block. No pun intended. Yeah, it's an interesting race, I'd like to say. For picking his little hairs, he's actually, if you don't know, he's like a beam of energy, or made completely of energy. Oh yes, the Illuminati eye. Eye sees all. Yeah, we're gonna go with that kind of sassy, just what look. Yeah, slice slicker, that's cool. Oh, normal, hardcore maybe. No, we're just trying to explore a little bit, get the feel for the game. And right off the bat, you can see that they've changed the tutorial around a bit. It's no longer just get stuff out of locker, go do something else. They added the new quest system, which it's a little strange. We wouldn't put it out there. I wouldn't say strange. We'll get on to the actual quest in a sec. But right now, this is basically just a tutorial, and pretty much, yeah, how you got here. And I think it's different for each race, maybe. This is the new AI, which is basically your way to interact with the ship. Adds a bit of a more immersive feeling to it, I'd like to say. But I never really quite understood why. Okay, so look at this. The Illuminati eye energy being, right? His AI companion is a horse. Or maybe it just has the body of a horse. Maybe it's like some kind of, has like the body of the horse with like, or the head of a horse. And like the body of like a leopard or something. Maybe something just off the wall. Wonder what his bottom half looks like. But yeah, so you issue these commands to the AI. It's kind of interesting. I like to see what people do with this. Maybe they add like an actual AI. Like, what is that? I'm trying to remember. Like, I can't even think of it. It's like Hal, something Hal. There's like this AI program that you talk to, like remember stuff. It was really basic, but for its time, because it's actually kind of old right now. For its time, it was just a real gym. People loved it. It was like, this is the future. I wonder if I could do that in here. It's probably do quite difficult. AI writing AI is no joke. That's for sure. Alright, so this is where you pretty much accept all your missions. You'll get your quest here. AI is pretty much going to be like your buddy, since you don't have any followers or anything like that. Chucklefish make it happen. So he's going to be your only friend. And so right now we can issue the matter manipulator, and we're going to enable the teleporter, which gives us a new quest. Let's go in the ship locker. So we still have that bit. Then we go to the ship locker, get our stuff. In order to, because our ship's broken, hence why we had to like reboot it and all that other stuff. And so in order to repair it and make it ready for space travel, go to different planets and whatnot, we have to collect these core fragments from the planet. Now, Lord knows why we need these core fragments. I don't know what they do to this ship to make it able to fly, but we need them. 20 of them, which is a real pain to get. So, yeah, we'll get to that in a sec. So yeah, we're gonna go continue with this quest, get this stuff out. We have our weapon. Now we're gonna make a crafting table, and the Nova Kids weapons are guns, because it's kind of like, as you can tell, it's kind of like this Western New Frontier kind of, you know, theme to it, which I don't understand in itself. They're energy beings using, you know, Western guns, driving a souped up locomotive. But I can dig it though, because, you know, Starbound. Starbound's quirky like that, which I love. So we are building a crafting table. The crafting works just the same as it did before. No real change to that, except for in terms of the food. Now with the food, you pretty much have no thirst and water system, or there's no water system, but I want that. That's just like a little personal thing. But as you can see, this weapon, like before in the stable update, like not even 2 days ago, 1 day ago, in the stable update, the only way you could get meat was by using the hunting bow, or the upgraded version, which was a real pain because the hunting bow didn't do a whole lot of damage at the start. So if you wanted to like get meat and keep yourself alive with that current implementation of the thirst, or not thirst, why do I keep saying thirst, the hunger system, the hunger system, you pretty much had to like attack it with a sword that you got as a human, which is what I played as from the beginning, as a human, and you'd have to use the bow right before they died in order to solidify that shot or the kill, and it would drop the meat. But now you can pretty much use any weapon on any mob to get meat, which is nice because that was a pain. And you know, even the upgraded version, although it was okay at, you know, lower sectors, when you get to like sector X, it didn't really do much. But then again, you also had like other means of getting food, like trading and whatnot. So I mean, you didn't really have to hunt, but if you wanted to, you couldn't. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. But yeah, now that we have our meat, and I think we have enough wood to make a crafting table. We do. There we go. Sweet. So yeah, now that we have enough to make a crafting table, now we need to make bandages. Simple tutorial stuff. Nothing really too complicated about it. So just bear with me. We'll get into some of that juicy content we've all been waiting for this entire time. But yeah, they on that note, perfect segue. They did away with the sectors, which, you know, I can see why they did it. Like, instead of difficulty being based on, of course there's nothing, instead of the difficulty being based on the sector or the name of the sector, you know, each sector had like a certain HP mob or a certain tiered mob, or I wouldn't say tiered, sometimes it ended up being the same mob, just maybe looked a little different color. But yeah, it changed in the way that now there are no more sectors, as I've said before, but the way progression works is that in order for you to get some of the really good stuff, you need to go to the really hard planets. So without sectors, you can pretty much just go to any planet, but the catch is that you pretty much have to be able to survive the atmosphere and the environment of the planet in order to stay on there for long periods of time, in order to, you know, search and find different stuff, explore. And if you don't have the proper equipment, you can't do that. In order to get the proper equipment, you have to take certain steps and precautions and do certain quests, which you'll see can be a bit tedious. But I mean, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So yeah, do quests to get certain items. You can even buy these items and basically just use them on your little adventure. If you want to upgrade your ship, you're going to do it through a quest and etc. Now this is kind of like a little mini dungeon with like no real mobs in it or anything like that, but that's okay. In fact, what is our quest at the moment? Prepare yourself. Alright, so we can go ahead and craft these, I believe. Yep. Now we need some. Right. Actually, we need to go back up because we need trees. Getting ahead of myself. So yeah, crafting pretty much works the same except for food, and the way you like discover recipes is that you pretty much gotta explore. Like, see, when I picked up that corn, it said you can now make corn, which is nice. Well, let's see if we can actually pull it up. There's actually a separate station for cooking, which I'm pretty sure there was one in the stable update, but this one's more fleshed out, which is always nice. And I'm not one for cooking, but it kind of, I guess they're kind of building up to the, because when Starbound first announced, it was kind of just like, you don't have to explore or do this other stuff, because you can just, you know, make your way. Like, if you wanted to build houses for NPCs and they'd pay you, you could do that. You had to find the materials, so I guess that is kind of exploring anyway. But if you wanted to be a farmer, you could do that, build your crops, buy your space upgrades, and just live your life, you know, which is nice. I like that. I enjoy that, but it's not in like that right now at this present time. But I see this as a way of building up to that. So fleshing out the farming right now means less work for them later, pretty much. And actually, I think that will do it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, please feel free not to subscribe, because, you know, why not? Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you later.